Today we are starting a new topic, and this new topic is simplification of context-free grammar. Now we are writing here simplification of context-free grammar. In this topic, we are discussing with the grammar symbols which are using for the derivation of the language that for any context with grammar which are derived for the language, which are designed for the language, then we cannot check the every grammar is in the suitable form which can derive the language for the particular grammar. Then some we are just simplify that grammar. If there is some useless symbols, there are symbols which are not used in the derivation of the language. Suppose we take an example of any grammar. That example is in the form of, suppose like this: S tends to AB, A tends to small a, B tends to B, B tends to capital C, and capital E tends to C oblique capital A. And now in this grammar, if we have seen the grammar symbol S, that is the grammatical form J is equal to in the form of Vn T P and S, where Vn is your S, A, B, E. All the symbols are in the Vn form, and the terminal symbol is only A, B, C. A, B, C, the terminal symbol, and the production rule is given. All these are the production rules. P, these are production rule. The problem is, then if you want to derive the language of any string from this particular grammar W, then what is the W of that particular grammar? Then if you start from S, then you can derive the terminal the language from this is equal to only AB. This is only the string which you can derive from the that grammar, that is only AB. But there is a lot of symbols which are written in the grammar that is useless. Then how to reduce that symbol? Because if we derive the derivation tip of this, then that will be simple: A, and there is symbol B, and again there is A, and again there is B. Then you can derive only this language from the grammar. But there is a lot of symbols which are in this grammar. Then this type of symbols we are not used for the correct grammar. Suppose the first thing is that if we check the B, that is the production symbol. B tends to C, that cannot be derived. C is the useless symbol in this grammar, and again E tends to C capital A, that is again the useless symbol in this grammar. Then this type of symbol we can reduce or eliminate from the grammar, and we can form adjective in that grammar which are useful for the derivation of the language. Then there is some points that we can code it. C does not derives any terminal symbol. C does not derive any terminal symbol. Any terminal symbol. Second, E and C. E and small c is not reach from starting. means you cannot reach from E and C from the starting. This sentence form we cannot reach from this from the starting means S. And then next is third symbol. That third symbol is E tends to epsilon. Is a null production. Is a null production as we can write here. You can write here as a epsilon. Then there is a null production in the grammar. And last is your B tends to C. Simply is a unit production. Unit production. Then this is the problems in the CFG which you want to now. There is some methods for the simplification of context free grammar. These methods are we discuss here. And the first some methods: elimination of simplification of CFG. Then first method is elimination of useless symbol. Elimination of useless symbol. Second method is elimination of unit production. Elimination of unit production. And third rule is elimination of null production. Elimination of null production. These are three rules which you can use for simplifying the context-free grammar. Now we are just discussing the first rule here: elimination of null production, elimination of useless symbol. In this methods, we discuss with the first methods: elimination of useless symbol. Elimination of useless symbol. It is again can divide into two parts. First part is your that symbol which are not give the terminal symbol, and that cannot be terminated from the branch. That you can say the removal of useless symbols that are not terminated. Second है removal of that symbol which are not reachable. Means starting state, which are not reachable from the starting. starting state, starting s. Then there is just basic rules through which we can eliminate the useless symbol. We can take some methods by which we can remove the useless symbol from the grammar. Now there is some rule through which we can remove the useless symbol from the context-free grammar, and these rules have some basic theorems. Suppose theorem is theorem useless symbol removal useless symbol. If G is a grammar, means G is a CFG such that such that such that it can produce it can produce it can produce desired result desired results, a desired language. Now then, how we can simplify that algorithms from the simplification of CFG? We can prove that. How to prove it? Prove G is in the form of Vn, T, P and S. Then we can construct the similar G dash grammar in the form of Vn dash, T, P dash and S. Then there is only the difference in production and Vn dash. Then how to construct the grammar which can remove the useless symbol which cannot derive the terminal symbol, which cannot terminate any alphabets. Then first we are construct the variables. Let construction of Vn. We define xi is a subset of Vn. Xi is a subset of Vn, and if xi is a subset of Vn, then x1 is equal to x1 can derive a is the element of Vn such that there exists a production A tends to W, where W is the element of sigma or T, terminal symbol. This is the first rule for the x1. Then the second rule for the x means what the value of the second value of the x1. Then you can calculate the value of x2 as x1 union A is the element of Vn such that there exist some production some production some production A tends to alpha with alpha is the element of sigma union xi. This is the second rule for calculation of the xi. Then until we can go to the xk is equal to x k plus 1. Until we are not getting that, we are continuously drive the string. At last we can stop this string. Then this is the first algorithm which can calculate on only that symbol which are useful for the construction of the simplified CFG. Let's take an example how to reduce the simplification of grammar, how to simplify the symbols. The grammar is in the form of like this: S tends to A B oblique CA. Then example for this. Then this example is this. Then B tends to BC AB. A tends to small a. C tends to A capital B small b. This is the grammar. G. This is the grammar. How to simplify this grammar with the help of these theorems? Then simply we can just define first as there is a Vn, there is a sigma, there is a production rule, and there is a start symbol S. Then there is a simple G, and we can define G dash as Vn dash sigma P dash and S. Then by applying the rules, first we start with the symbols which can derive the first rule. The first rule is your simply this x1 tends to A is a Vn. There exists a production alpha tends to this can derive the this. This is the first rule. The symbol of terminal symbol or that can derive the alphabets. Then in this grammar there is a symbols which can derive the alphabet. That symbol is A. There is only A which can derive the alphabets. There is only A. There is only A that can derive alphabets A, and there is again a symbol C which can derive the alphabet B. Suppose the second rules, there is symbol A tends to A, C tends to B. There are two symbols which can derive terminal symbol. Then if we can calculate the W1, you can say X1. That is X1 according to the theorems. X1 is equal to there is A and C. With the help of this rule we have seen here x1 tends to A, that is Vn, that is part of Vn, and there exists a production rule A tends to W, and W is the set of terminal symbol. Then we can say there is A, there is C. Then they can produce the terminal symbol. Then again we can write the productions of second methods, what the value of x2? The value of x2 is equal to value of x1 union value x1 union all the production which generate the x1. That may be like this, x1 union a vn. There exists some production extends to alpha. Alpha is the production of this xi. Then they can produce a value of xi. Then a and c and a can produce with the help of s. Then s is the production which are using this because s can produce ca. That is the rules. Then x2 is equal to a c comma s. These are the first results of the grammar. Then we can write the grammar in the form of this like this. The simplified grammar s tends to ca, only ca is remaining because a, c and s can use for the construction of grammar. Then that symbol is not used in grammar. Then b is not used in grammar. It means this production cannot use in the grammar. This production we are not using the grammar. We are using these symbols and we can using this alphabets. Then this, then again a tends to a and c tends to b. Only this is the simplified grammar. That is a simplified grammar CFG. Simplify CFG. This is the correct grammar, but this is not the correct grammar. This is useless grammar for this. Now take the another example for the same simplification of grammar. Suppose example number 2. Example 2. S tends to A, capital A, small a. A tends to SB oblique BCC oblique DA, capital A. Then C tends to ABB oblique capital D, and E tends to AC and D tends to ADA. This is a given grammar, and we want to simplify this grammar with the given theorems, as we already studied explained these theorems. That is grammar G, that is given, and G is given in the form of language L, which can derive any language L. Then apply the same methods, which is the production which give the unit production. Then solve proof for this solution. Then we are using, suppose x1 is equal to, which are the terminal, which give the terminal symbol, that is C, which give the terminal symbol, and there is again no any symbol which can give the terminal symbol. Only C can give the terminal symbol. Then you are using C as the symbol. That is a C. That is just only C. Then x2. What is x2? X2 is the symbol can generate C or some another variables. Then that symbol is S. That symbol is S, that may be A, C or A. That is an A. That is an A and C, A and C, and again X3. There is again A, C, and S. This using the first rule. There is a first rule. You can derive this C tends to A, B, B. This is the methods we can give on the terminal symbol, and we are using this for the addition of C. Then in this methods you can using A tends to B, C, C. Now what is the valid production of the grammar for this deriving the language? Now we according to this theorem, so we can prove it that there is a symbol A, C, and S is in the production. Then from this grammar we want to find out the correct production rule which are according to the theorems. Now the first production rule S is the start symbol, then the first production is valid. S tends to A, capital A, small a, and A tends to SB, and that is again a valid. It means A tends to SB is valid, and BCC is valid. A tends to BCC because C is in the in the variable variables, and again there is a if E tends to AC, but that is not a valid because there is a right hand side is C, but E is not in the production rule. Then this is not a valid. This is not a that can be used, but that is not a valid sentence. You can derive the C. Then we can add in the production rule as a E also. Then again there is a there is symbols in the right hand side which can produce the correct results. I think there is no any alphabets in the right hand side which can give the correct results. D cannot terminate it, and C can terminate, E can terminate it. Then we can add E in here because plus of one additional symbol E, because E can produce C because A and C is already in the right hand side of the grammar. Then this is a grammar which can simplify with the first rule, that is called the first rule. The grammar, we can simplify grammar which can produce the language L. But again there is some problem, and there is some alphabets who can miss it. C tends to A, B, B. There is again we have missed this production rule. Then there is a correct formation of the results, and I can apply again second methods. Now the second methods which I can simplify the CFGs. Second methods, removal of removal of unreachable symbol. We can remove that symbol which can not reach from the starting state, as we already mentioned. Then for applying the same methods in the previous examples, we have seen here again s tends to a, capital A, small a tends to SB, A tends to B, A tends to BCC, E tends to AC, and C tends to ABB. In this grammar, if you want to remove that symbol which are not reachable from the starting symbol S, then applying the second theorems. The second theorem already we are discussed here. We want to discuss here for the second theorems that how to reduce the unmutable symbol from the beginnings. Then theorem number 2. Theorem 2. There exists a production. There exists a production of in the form G tends to Vn sigma dash P dash S. Then first thing, x1 is equals to starting from S. That is first symbol of the grammar S. Then that is first rule. Then we are using the second rule. We can derive xi plus 1 is equals to xi union A is belongs to Vn union sigma. There exists production. There exists a production. There is production. A tends to alpha with A is the element of x1, xi and alpha, and alpha containing the symbol This is a production rule. The xi plus equal to xi union A, and A belongs to the category of Vn union sigma. There exists production rule. This A tends to alpha and A tends to xi and alpha containing the symbols. Then applying these rules in this grammar, what we are again derived from this grammar, and how we can get the result from this grammar. Now the value of x1 is equal to S. Then the value of x2 is equal to S union value of other variables in the form of that may be some A or some A and A, because we are getting some values, and again value x3, the value x3 again will be the value of x2. Then we are getting the results Now this result we are getting from starting, that is from starting symbol, starting symbol of grammar, and there is a production, that is a production s tends to a, capital A, then we can add a and a this, and again there is a production of, there is production of, that is production, that is come from C tends to, A tends to, that will come from A tends to B, B, C, C. Then C can be added with the with x2. Then this x3. Then we can use the x4. X4 is equal to x3. They cannot again there is no any production. We can which can extend to the next symbol. Then final production, and this rule is, then final production, this rule is, we can write here x4 is equal to, the symbol is s a small b and capital C. These are the symbols which can traverse from the s start s, that is the value of x. Then that value of x, there is a production rule which you can verify the grammar. That grammar which I already have right here. Then which one is the correct symbol? The correct symbol is s tends to a. That's the correct symbol. First one, that is one. Then second, a tends to sb, a tends to sb, that is correct symbol. And third symbol is a tends to bcc, a tends to b, capital C, and last symbol is C tends to bb, C tends to a, small b. There is a finalized, there is a final CFG, a simplified CFG, that is 1, that is 2, that is 3, and that is 4. Only 4 productions are used for the grammar, which is simplified form, and they can generate the useful grammar. That is the useful grammar G dash for L, language L, that is simplified grammar, which can be derived from the example. That example already we are right here. This is the main example. All the production that will be drop out this, and this. All these production are drop out because they are not useful in the production of language. Now this is the method how you can design the simplified CFG. There is only first method I am using here. Then again, if you go the next one, then what is the next example, how we can solve it.